you and I were in DC at American University a month or so ago, and we were on a panel. The great Dr. Jeremy Duru was there, just an amazing guy hosting, moderating. We were on the panel there at American, leveling the playing field, and you were just so honest and so precise and on point about your views on racism and the game and how we navigate these things. But one of the things that was illuminating for me when you and I were chopping it up after, and you were like, I'm really passionate about being in the DMV, being in DC and international politics. And I don't know, I can't really recall too many players, if any, who are like, that's a pathway for me. Right. I know Amir Lowry's locked in and he's run for office in DC. Shout out to Amir, what he's doing there in the DMV with his young kids. But I thought it was just interesting that you've signaled that out, or you've pointed to that as a North Star for you, as you think about what your next mountain will be that you try to climb when your career is said and done. So talk about the recent experiences. You got a chance to hang out with some really important lobbyists and folks at Porter Wright, and just about how you see yourself being a figurehead potentially, and being someone who is plugged in and tapped in to politics in a big way, which is a road less traveled for an MLS player, no doubt.
No, yeah. And I appreciate you, Alan, again, for connecting me with the guys at Porter Wright and Adam. I've always, growing up, I lived overseas. I lived in Africa. I lived in Senegal, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, prior to moving here to Virginia for boarding school. So traveling and living overseas has always been a passion of mine. It's always been in my life. And so international relations is what my major was at Boston University. And I had always seen myself as somebody who would travel in the future. It was incorporated into my life. I see how it shaped me and my view of the world. And that's something that I would want to give to my kids growing up too. And so international politics for me would be amazing, because it would give me the opportunity to travel and do something that I'm passionate about, politics. But it's interesting because I've always refrained from mentioning this in public, because there's kind of this taboo about, hey, you're a professional athlete, you need to be locked in at all times. If you're even thinking about what could potentially be coming next, you're not locked in, you're not focused at all.
I'll say now, that's for the birds. That is for the birds, straight up.
But they do say that, though. That is part of the programming. Absolutely.
They say that 100%, but I'm here to tell everybody that's listening, I'm here to tell you to affirm you and all of our homies that's coming after us. That is for the birds. We already know that as professional athletes, we locked all the way in, but we are more than just athletes. Continue, my fam.
Exactly. No, and to your point, I've gotten to the point where I'm confident in that message. I'm confident in myself. And I'm realistic with what's coming around the corner. Every offseason you see, the free agency list getting shorter and shorter, the amount of players that are getting picked up, and American players are kind of getting weeded out. And so, it's being realistic too. And international politics has always been a big passion of mine. And so why not? And I've always thought, okay, I'm going to go into soccer after this, because naturally I feel like a lot of us, this is the environment we've been in for so long. We feel like we have to be pigeonholed into going into that. And being in DC and meeting all these amazing people just opened up my eyes to so many opportunities. So why not be open to trying something? Doesn't necessarily mean that that's what I'm going to end up doing, but why not try and see?
I mean, if you talk about the way that our careers started, how do you become a professional athlete? You try to see if you like it.
You know, that's right. And Jalil, he's not trying, he's doing. And that's the best part. And nothing happens by accident, as we were saying today. It takes purpose, it takes intention. And you, my friend Dom, have all that. And we wish you and your lovely fiance and your beautiful family, you're growing, nothing but the best of luck, man. And we will obviously continue to support anything you're doing, but we certainly are hopeful that you continue to have the type of production on the field and you're able to help restore DC United, because I know you have a good locker room that's coming together over there. Mm-hmm. And I know you're a big part of that. So your flowers as well. But thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to having you on in the new year when we get into the season, and we'll have you on as one of the regulars for sure, Dom.
Awesome. No, thank you guys. Thank you for allowing me to be on this amazing platform. This is something that it's important, and it's nice, again, paying it forward. You guys are giving a platform for people to share their stories and people to see a different side of me that they might not necessarily see when they look on social media or see me on the TV, you know?